Hi everyone, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jared.
And we are JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for watching today. We are about to take you on a full walking tour of the brand new Celebrity Apex. But before we get into it, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button.
And hit that like button. It looks like a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by Christmas, and you can help us out, and it's completely free for you to do.
Yes. All right, let's get over to the ship. We are starting here in the Aft Elevators on deck 2. There's not too much down here on this deck, but I did just want to point out this is where the teen club is, and that is called the basement. So you're going to find that right here. It's through these doors. It is closed right now, but this is again where you are going to come if you are looking for that teen club. And then you have destination gangway, and that is the way to get off the ship. So when you are in port and when you are getting on and off, you are going to come down here to deck 2 and go through those sliding doors. You do also have a bathroom down here, so if you are again getting on and off the ship, you need to use the bathroom before you make it back to your room, you can do that down here on deck 2 as well. Coming up one floor, we are now on deck 3, and again we are more towards the aft of the ship. So here is your aft bank of elevators. And we're going to continue walking more towards the back of the ship because there's a couple important venues here that I want to point out. Now, on the Celebrity Edge class ships, on Celebrity Edge and Celebrity Apex, they do not have a traditional main dining room, but they do have 4 smaller dining rooms, and each are supposed to kind of play the role of a specialty dining venue. So it's kind of like you're going to specialty dining each night, even though these are included. And how this works is there's one rotating menu that's going to be available in all of these restaurants, but then each restaurant is going to have a specialty menu of 4 or 5 items that you can just get in that restaurant. So starting off here, this is Normandy. This is the French-inspired restaurant. You can notice just the absolute beautiful clean lines and the luxury here in this restaurant. Again, you're going to get French-inspired fare. And right across from Normandy, we do have Tuscan. And Tuscan is going to be your Italian-inspired restaurant. We did eat dinner here last night. The food was amazing. You have to try the tuna steak, or of course the short rib pappardelle. It is so, so good. And again, I do like how each of these restaurants have a very specific and unique feel to them. This one has a lot of dark, rich colors. You've got the pop of yellow. And it is cool. It's again, a unique dining experience where you get to experience, each of these throughout your cruise. This is a short 4-night cruise. There's 4 different specialty main dining venues. So we are going to get to try each one, which is great. Now, as we're walking down this hallway, I do just want to point out, they did this on the Edge, and it's also here on the Apex. Through this art installation, you can see the hull of the ship. So yes, that's the wall. On the other side of that is water. I think that is so cool and so unique. Coming up here, we do have the Celebrity iLounge. So of course, Celebrity does have a partnership with Apple. So you can come here, you can purchase different Apple products. This is also where you're going to come if you need help with the internet. So you can see a screen there that gives you instructions in terms of how to troubleshoot and connect to the internet. And then when this is open, you can purchase Apple products and get any assistance that you might need with that smart technology. Now we're walking past here the guest relations desks, and this is a little bit different in terms of how their guest relation desks work. There's really no line queue. They have kind of individual tables that you'll go up. They'll help you if you have any issues while you're here on the Apex. This is going to be where you're going to get that help. We are walking here into the bottom level of the main atrium. And this is such a cool part of the ship. You just see that giant light in the middle, and the centerpiece, of course, is the Martini Bar. Now, every single night here, you are going to have shows that will be put on by the bartenders of the Martini Bar. And honestly, they're some of the coolest shows that you're going to see while you're here on board. You cannot miss the Martini shows, especially if you're coming on Apex here in 2021 or 2022. Now, you do have a lot of seating here. You can see we walked past all of that seating. And then we do have stairs that will lead up to deck 4. Now, one other thing that I do want to point out here is there are stairs to get down to deck 2, and this is another entrance and exit for Destination Gangway. So you saw that over towards the aft bank of the elevators. This is another way to get down there. So deck 3, behind the Martini Bar, and you can exit the ship right through that corridor. We are now up here on deck 4, again, more towards the aft of the ship. You do have your aft bank of elevators here, and then here in the aft bank of elevators, you do have 2 entrances into the casino. You see an entrance down there, and then of course, an entrance right here. We're not gonna go in there quite yet, because I do wanna walk around, again, towards the back of the ship, and show you the 2 other restaurants that are up here on deck 4. You have this beautiful art installation of plates. So cool. You're gonna see the art in the ship is just honestly really impressive. They've taken it to whole nother level here on the Apex. So coming right around here, we do have the Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan is going to be more like your American style fare. You're gonna be able to get a great Manhattan steak in here. We did have dinner in here, the prime rib, the steak, everything that we ate in here was absolutely delicious. Again, you're gonna just see some really, really cool light decor. We love that picture back there. And then you do have the wall of wine here on both sides of your entrance. So this is Cosmopolitan. Got another very interesting and unique sculpture here as we're coming out of the Cosmopolitan. And then right across from Cosmopolitan, you do have Cyprus. Cyprus is going to be more of that Mediterranean fare. So you're gonna have more foods inspired by Greece and other countries that you'd find around the Mediterranean. And again, just really nice and chic in here. I really do like these restaurants because they feel just like that. They feel like restaurants. I know they're not your traditional cruise ship main dining venue, but it's still a great option to be able to try some different things and have some unique experiences during your cruise. Now here again, you do have another entrance to the casino. So you can see the casino is accessible from many points, and we'll go in there in just a minute. But I do want to walk down this hallway and just point out some of the shopping that we have, because there is a lot of shopping here on decks 4 and 5, and this is kind of where the shopping kicks it off. Now we are walking past bathrooms, gentlemen and ladies. And then right away here, you do have Sense of Self. So this is gonna be one of the first shopping venues. It is closed right now, but this is gonna be a bag shop, as well as they do have some clothing items in there. And then of course, you do have your jewelry shop. And the shops here are just really luxurious. I mean, they feel like you are shopping like on 5th Avenue in New York City. And then of course this is Time Is Now, and this is gonna be your watch shop. So kind of up here you've got bags, a little bit of clothes, jewelry, and watches. All right, now let's just move across the way here and head into the casino. This casino is quite large. It is very identical to the casino on Edge, with one major change. We're gonna get to that in just a second. But I do just wanna walk through the casino here and just kind of show you some of the games. They definitely have a lot of newer games here because this is a newer ship. The ship did just come out in 2021. So the feeling is overall pretty new in terms of what machines they have and what games they have. Of course, they do have Wheel of Fortune. Now here's a change from Edge. The Cashier Desk is here on the very end. It was actually on this wall on the edge. And then directly across from that, all the way at the other end, is going to be the host stand. So they do have a host table for the casino host. On the edge, they kind of had a small table over there where the cashier now is, but now the host has their own special spot on the opposite side of the casino. We're walking past tables here. Of course, you do have blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, as well as your standard poker and Texas Hold'em. So there's the host stand. You have an ATM machine over here. And then here is a major difference on this ship from others. Notice what we did not walk past. There is no casino bar. Now we've seen this happen on other ships. This happened actually on Carnival Horizon, and we did not like it. And you're gonna have to watch our review to kind of find out what our experience was here on Apex, but it's very confusing to us why they are removing bars from casinos and just doing served drinks. It's not our favorite, just to give a little spoiler alert. But what they did do here on Apex is they put in the craft social bar, and I do really like this venue, but this is where the casino bar was on Edge. So you'll take a look at this venue. This is like the sports bar venue on the ship. And they do serve a lot of different craft cocktails here, and they also have cocktails and beers on draft. And that's unique. They do a lot of different versions of Moscow Mules. So if you're a Moscow Mule fan, you are going to really enjoy this bar. They even have a spicy Moscow Mule. If you've tried that, let me know in the comments. Let me know how it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and walk around this way. And again, we are getting into the main atrium area. So we were just down on deck 3. Here is the 4th level where you can see that seating, the massive heartbeat of the ship, as a lot of people have called it. And then this venue also is going to have live music. So in addition to that Martini show that I kind of teased a little bit ago, you are going to have a lot of different live music and sometimes other activities here in the main atrium. Now what we're walking past right now is Bacio. This is Celebrity Apex's coffee shop. What's great is if you have a beverage package, you can actually come and get coffee here, including specialty coffees and alcoholic coffee drinks. So that is right here. Another thing that you can get is pastries. So they have muffins, cakes, cupcakes that you can get all here at Cafe Bacio. Now we're going to continue to walk around here, and I do want to point out one really important thing. There is bathrooms here up on deck 4. These are single stall restrooms, so be careful when you're going in. But the entrance is right in there. There's one for women and one for men. And then here is Legrand Bistro. This is a specialty restaurant on board. In the evening, it turns into La Petite Chef. If you don't know what that is, it's a very cool and unique experience where your table basically is filled with cartoon characters, and they are the ones that take the show to the next level by making your food for you. It's a unique experience. It's something that we do recommend you try. And that is here in Legrand Bistro. Okay, we're gonna come back around here because right behind me was the craft social bar and the casino. So this is kind of like one big circle here. And we're gonna continue to walk towards the forward of the ship. Now right here past Cafe Bacio, you do have the photo gallery. So this is gonna be the area where you're gonna be able to come and pick out all the different pictures that you've taken from the photographers on board. They do sell cameras up here as well. And then next to that is the studio. So this is going to be the private studio gallery where you're going to be able to go if you want to hire a photographer to take some more intimate or professional pictures in an actual studio. You can do that here on board. Now up here, you do have your shore excursion area. So this is going to be where you can book those adventures off the ship. And right across from that is going to be Next Cruise, Future Cruise. And that will be where you can book your next vacation while you're on vacation. As we keep walking up here, you are going to have your Celebrity Apex brand shop. And this is actually one massive shop. So you do actually have your perfume and cologne. And then you're going to have your clothes, your water bottles, your ship models, anything that you would like to buy in terms of branding from the ship, you can do here in the shop. We do really like the shop. And then we've got Spirited, which is going to be the liquors and alcohols on board. So again, this is closed right now. One thing that they do have is they have Veuve champagne in a specific Apex 10. I love that. I think that's really unique. And then of course we do have The theater. The Royal Theater here aboard the Celebrity Apex is potentially one of the most expensive theaters at sea. It does span 2 floors. The theater is 20 feet tall, and at the center you're going to see this massive LED 4K screen. This is one of the most impressive spaces aboard the ship. You can just see the seats. They do wrap all the way around that stage. And the shows here you cannot miss. They are absolutely incredible. There's 2 shows here in the time of 2021 and 2022. And we recommend seeing both of them. Coming right out here, you do have the meeting place. This is going to be your conference center aboard Celebrity Apex. So if you find yourself here for work or for business, this will possibly be one of the meeting rooms that you will be in. So it's right through those doors there. Now walking back around past the meeting place, we are going to go through the forward bank of elevators. So this is more towards the front of the ship. And as we come up here, there's one last venue on this deck that you do have to see, you cannot miss, and that is the club. Now it is bopping in there right now, but we're going to take a quick peek. The club is the nightclub performance venue, as well as a good place to meet and have a drink and hang with your friends. So you can see right here, there's an event happening right now, but there's a stage, there's a DJ booth, and it does span 2 floors. The club is going to be one of probably your favorite venues aboard the Celebrity Apex, as there is stuff happening in there every single night and live music constantly. So you have to check out the club when you're coming aboard Celebrity Apex, and that is deck 4. We are now on the forward of deck 5, and you do have, of course, your forward bank of elevators, as well as the entrance to the upper level of the club there on the other side of the elevators. Up here on deck 5, there are just a couple of things I do want to point out on this side of the ship. You do, of course, have your captain's club and concierge desk right here. And then you do have men's and women's bathrooms and an entrance to the upper level of the theater on both sides here. So there's an entrance to the upper level there. Also an entrance to the upper level of the theater here. If you did want to take a walk outside, you can go right through these doors here, and that's going to take you on the outer deck of deck 5. But we're going to take a walk this way, towards the aft of the ship. Now up here on deck 5 outside of the theater, you do have your Park West Art Gallery. So this is going to be where you can make all those different purchases for art. If you are an art collector on board, they do of course have art events, art auctions, guess the price of that art piece, lots of different things involving art here on the ships. Park West is on most cruise ships. So if you've been on a cruise, you've probably seen Park West and you may be familiar. Now as we're coming around this hallway, this is going to be the final upper deck of the main atrium area. You do have some dining venues and some shopping up here on deck 5. The first being Raw on 5. Raw on 5 is going to be your sushi restaurant here on board. So you can take a look at that. Coming out of Raw on 5 here, I will just give you a quick view of, again, the main atrium area. So you can see here, again, that Martini Bar, the amazing chandelier light. You can kind of see some of the other venues over there. You do have a staircase here, so if you do want easy access to get down to deck 4, you can do that right here. And then as we are coming around on the other side, you are going to have Celebrity Apex's Steakhouse. So this is called Fine Cut. This is again another specialty restaurant. This is going to be that steakhouse. If you want a really good steak, this is where you're going to come. What I do like about this venue is I like the colors, and I love how they have kind of done this steakhouse, but I also love the fact that there is seating outside. And it's like right alongside the water. I think that that's really cool and unique. I love that. You do have an entrance and an exit right here. And then coming around here, we are going to have a continuation of the shops. So you can see Bulgari here. And right across from Bulgari is Cartier. And then you do have your forward bank of elevators. And we are going to continue to walk because there's more past these elevators here. You do have a nice little seating area here. And then you have this very interesting and unique hallway to get to the front of the ship. We're going to walk through there, but I do just want to point out that you do have a door right here to get out to both the outer deck, and there is a smoking area. We'll actually get out there eventually as we get towards the front of the ship. But this area here has replaced what we call the spooky haunted forest on Celebrity Edge. So it's a different feel. It's, you know, Celebrity has kind of taken liberties with these hallways to make them very unique and artistic. And as we're coming out of that hallway, you do have, of course, Blue. Now, Blue is the restaurant specifically for Aqua Class guests. So if you are staying in Aqua Class, and that is a class of stateroom, that gets you access, of course, to the spa and this specific restaurant. So this is the restaurant that you would eat in. Really, really lovely restaurant in here. I love the rose is kind of the standing icon of this specific restaurant, and you're gonna find it everywhere, including on the leather chairs and on the wall. I love that. As we're coming out here, I do just want to point out these lamps. These are very, very cool. They've got pink feathers, a gold stem. They kind of look like something right out of Dr. Seuss, if you ask me. Now, before we get into Eden, you do have Mont Blanc. So this is another, again, shop here on Celebrity Apex. So you're gonna have bags, pens. They do have some watches. And then just past that, we do have, of course, a few bathrooms here on the left-hand side, men's and women's, as we are walking into Eden. Now, Eden is, again, another space where you're going to have performing arts, live music. You can see they're kind of, looks like they're practicing for something right here. You do have a cafe here, so this is going to be the Eden Cafe. This is, of course, a fast casual lunch option here on board Celebrity Apex. So you can see they've got things like salads and sandwiches and coffees. And then you do have the Eden Bar. Now this bar is going to be very, very unique. They focus on earthy flavors. So you're gonna have a lot of drinks that are gonna have things like beets and carrots. It's a different experience in terms of getting drinks. And just know if you are gonna order a drink from this bar, there are upcharges often because the drinks are a little bit more of a higher cost than what may be included in your package. But here is the Eden venue. There is also a specialty restaurant up here, and that is right down these steps. So we'll just take a quick walk down here. Now this restaurant does have more of a seafood focus, but again, in Eden, the focus is going to be on the earthy flavors. You can see this really cool art piece here. Wow. I mean, some of these art pieces are just really dramatic. Speaking of dramatic, take a look at this one. That's a little creepy. Just, you know, watching over you as you're having your dinner, your drink here in Eden. Eden is a really cool performing arts space. We did see something called an Evening of Fine Arts. If that is on your cruise, we do recommend that you go check it out. It had a variety of different performances and just performing arts that you really, really do need to check out. Now, through these doors here, you are going to have your smoking section. We're gonna actually just take a quick walk out there. This is the smoking area here on deck 5. So you, of course, can come here to have that smoke. And then I did want to walk out here because I wanted to show another very unique art piece. These are just scattered everywhere throughout the ship. Maybe a little creepy, maybe pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. We really like the different type of art here on the ship. We are now on deck 14 in the forward bank of elevators, and up here you are just going to find a couple of things that are important. You are going to have the spa and the gym, but if you do have like a thermal pass for the week, or you are going to use the spa for any of their facilities, that will be right there on my left. And then right across from that is Ideal Imaging. This is going to be the area where you're going to come for, different procedures that you may have, such as acupuncture, body adjustments, seeing somebody that could help do some type of consultation with you. Ideal Imaging up here on 14 is going to be where you're going to come. Now, as we walk back through here, we are going to have the Solarium. The Solarium is the adults only section of the Apex, so this is going to be your adults only pool. Now, one big change here on the Apex from the edge is you do have 2 hot tubs on either side of the pool there, whereas prior there was 1 giant hot tub up here on the pool deck where there are now chairs. So that's a pretty big change. Other than that, this does look very similar to some of the other solariums that Celebrity has put on their ships. You do have the Spa Cafe up here. This is going to be, of course, where you can come for juices as well as some light bites. So they do serve lunch up here typically till 2 o'clock, and they are going to be small plates or small bites. I recommend checking it out. They do have some really good food up there. Now, as we walk through these doors, we are going to have the main pool deck and the largest pool on a cruise ship. That is specifically what this ship is known for. Right away here on my left, we do have the pool bar. So you are gonna have that bar here where you can enjoy a beverage. And then I do just wanna show the pool. It is actually pretty busy today, but this is gonna be the area that you're gonna be able to come, hang out. They do have some in-water recliners, which are really nice. You have a shower over here on this side. You actually have showers on both sides. One right here and one right there. And you do see the hand hearts at the very end. That's kind of the crowning piece of this pool. And as we walk down here, you do have the Mast Grill. Now the Mast Grill is going to be, again, another fast casual food option here on the Apex. You're going to be able to come here and get burgers, turkey burgers, veggie burgers, as well as all the toppings. My favorite is definitely the turkey burger. Now these are cabanas. Actually, all down this hallway you do have cabanas that you can rent. They can be full size like the one you see here, or you can rent a half of a cabana where they'll put a wall up and it will just be a little half-size cabana there. And then of course up here on 14 right now we do have the magic carpet. Now the magic carpet does move up and down the side of the ship. If it's down on 5, you can actually eat there. But up here, you can see lots and lots of comfortable seating, as well as a bar. We do love the magic carpet. There are some really delicious drinks here at the bar, and it's just so cool. We are hanging over the side of the ship. And I'll step out here and kind of give you a view of what that looks like. But this is a very unique menu, specifically to the Edge class ships that are not found on any other cruise ships in the world. So as we walk around here, just give you a quick view of what that looks like hanging off the side of the ship. Look at that. That is so cool. And also a little creepy. You can see we are docked right alongside another cruise ship. That is actually Allure of the Seas. I know that there's some JJ crew on that ship today. If you're on Allure of the Seas, let us know. Now what we're gonna do is walk right into these doors here. And this is going to take us directly into the aft bank of elevators here on 14. And back here, we do have Oceanview Cafe. So this is going to be the buffet that's going to be on board. Oceanview Cafe is the very standard buffet venue that you're going to find across the entire Celebrity Cruise fleet. You have hand washing stations here. We definitely appreciate that and appreciate that Celebrity takes hand washing seriously. And then you do have scoops. This is going to be actually a hard scooped ice cream. It is absolutely delicious. We love scoops on board the Celebrity ships. You have a bar here. So they do have full bar service up here in the buffet. And then you do have a number of different options. Now some things that they do have up here is they have a pasta bar. They will have different meals that they will feature daily. If they make the cast iron lasagna, it is a must try item here on the Celebrity Apex. So you can see the different food options there. And of course, lots and lots of seating. And I do love the fact that they have these floor to ceiling windows, because it really does give you just amazing views. Now something else that they do have here is they do have their pizza all the way back at the very back of Oceanview Cafe. So back here is where you can come and grab that slice of pizza. This, plus actually some of the buffet stations are open as late as 2 a.m. every night, which is really nice. So you have your pizza options there. They also do make calzones. And then again, lots and lots of seating, as well as seating on the very back of the ship. Hi. We're just gonna round the corner here. Again, you have lots and lots more seats. You have several beverage stations. Here's one. While the buffet is actually still served to you, the drink stations are actually self-service now. So that is a change. That's now new. We are, potentially slowly coming out of some of the health and safety protocols that were originally in place when the cruise did restart. And then we are coming up here and we are exiting Oceanview Cafe. You have another set of hand washing stations and some extended seating in here. So this is just another area where you can sit. And then you do have bathrooms over here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is deck 14. We are now in the aft bank of elevators here on deck 15, and we're gonna actually head right out these doors. However, I do just wanna go across quickly and show you, this is kind of a hidden spot here on the apex all the way up on deck 15. You do have ping pong all the way up here, just tucked away in the corner. So this is a hidden spot. So if you saw this tour, there might not be a lot of people that know about it. I've actually seen this space a couple of times and I've never seen any people up here playing. But there's some hidden ping pong for you. All right, we're gonna come out these doors. And then this deck does have the running deck, the jogging track. So you can see here the jogging track information. Now the unique thing about this jogging track is it is elevated. It goes kind of in a figure 8 and it does go up between decks 15 and deck 16. So we'll show that here in a little bit. But we're gonna start again walking towards the back of the ship. So there's a couple very important venues back here. You do have a very unique art installation here. Kind of looks like a person maybe sitting, holding their knees. That's what I see. Tell me what you see in the comments. But up here we do have the Rooftop Garden. So we're gonna step up here really quick and just show you this. This is, of course, a fully fledged garden with living plants. They do have a large screen TV back here where they will show movies. And there is actually a restaurant back here as well. So this is the Rooftop Garden. You can see that there is cornhole or bags, depending on where you're from, going on up here. And then the Rooftop Garden is actually a specialty restaurant. Now it looks like there is an event going on right now. There's several conferences actually happening on the ship. But you can just take a look and see the Rooftop Garden restaurant up here on deck 15. And this is the Rooftop Garden. There's that big screen TV. We're gonna take a walk right down these steps and continue walking around the back of the ship. As we walk over here, we are gonna have a very popular venue that is found on most celebrity cruise ships, and that is going to be the Sunset Bar. So this is typically the bar that you're gonna find at the very back of a celebrity ship. Now you do have a smoking section up here, so I do just wanna point that out. Something that I love that they did with the Sunset Bar is they did cover it. So you can see that it is really shaded back here. You've got that large material that is covering a majority of the space back here. And then some of these murals on the ship are just absolutely beautiful. We absolutely love that. So you can notice the chairs are kind of facing outwards towards the back of the ship, and that is exactly what this venue is meant to encourage. It's meant to grab a drink, sit in one of these chairs, and watch as we're sailing away. We're going back here, and this is actually going to take us up to deck 16. So I had said how the jogging track, which is what we're walking on right now, is elevated. We're gonna show you that right now. We're gonna do a little bit of a workout on this tour. So you can see right up here, this does start to raise. Now just below this area to my left is just a seating area. It's just kind of a sun deck. It doesn't go anywhere. It does stop down there and then you're forced to take steps up. So it can be a little bit easier sometimes to just walk the incline. But up here on deck 16, we are going to find those champagne hot tubs. Those are very well known for the Edge class of ships. We've definitely enjoyed them quite a bit on our time that we've spent on Celebrity Edge. And then you can see there are two of them. So here's one of the champagne hot tubs. And then the other one, you can get a view of it from across the way. So just a reminder, we did go up now to deck 16. As we round the deck here, you are going to see the top of the magic carpet. So that is the giant crane that will take the magic carpet up and down the side of the ship. Give you a little view here of the pool deck. So here is the pool deck, of course. Again, this is the largest pool on a cruise ship, which I think is very, very unique. It is a really, really large pool. There's that champagne style hot tub. We will keep walking around. Now up here towards the front of the ship, you are going to have the retreat area. The retreat area is for suite guests only. So if you are staying in a suite, you are going to have access to things like the suite deck, Lumine of course, as well as the suite lounge. Looks like we can just maybe take a quick peek. They do have their own pool up here. And of course, the loungers and the seating is much more luxurious. So you can just take a look and see. You have the door right here. You do have to have your key card to be able to get in. And then there is another entrance here on the other side to the retreat as well. This dome that you're seeing is actually the solarium. So the solarium is completely covered. So it's an easy place to go and hang out, especially if it's raining. Then here, of course, is the other area of the retreat. And again, as you walk down past there, you are going to have a pool, a bar, as well as a fast casual lunch option. And that is deck 16. Well, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. Wow, was that an amazing ship?
Oh my gosh, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the ship. Were there anything that surprised you? Things that you really wanted to see in the future for other ships like Celebrity Beyond? Please let us know in the comments below.
Yes, and thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, see ya!